Some people say that you have to take the male to the female rabbit, and some people say you have to take the female to the male rabbit. But this is where the contradiction lies. The animals, they are very territorial. And when it comes to rabbit, both the male and female, the one that is more territorial. Welcome back. Well, if you are in the process of rabbit farming and at times you notice that the rabbit is not mature, or you bought the rabbit already mature, that is, the rabbit is above 6 months, 5 months, or almost 8 months, then that means your rabbit is really mature. So the sad part about it is that some people even get the rabbit when they don't even have record of account on the rabbit. So sometimes they only determine by the weight or the size of the rabbit. Then they say, yeah, that is good. Now we can blend, we can cross them for them to meet. So the meeting process of the rabbit for relationship in terms of intercourse is what its terms are crossing. Yeah, you cross the female to the male. And this is where you're supposed to catch the idea. Some people say that you have to take the male to the female rabbit, and some people say you have to take the female to the male rabbit. But this is where the contradiction lies. The animals, they are very territorial. And when it comes to rabbit, both the male and female, the one more territorial is the male rabbit. The male rabbit is very forceful and is territorial. So what are you going to do when you are about to cross your male rabbit to the female rabbit? The first thing you have to keep in mind, for me, as per my experience, I like to create a very great space, one that is on the ground. That space is going to be set in or option, like that means I'm going to put things in place that they cannot go out. And I'm not going to have food at that particular time in where I'm coming to cross the female rabbit to the male rabbit. That is the door. The female rabbit is the door. The male rabbit is the back. So you got to get used to the name, okay? The male rabbit is the back. The female rabbit is the door. So let's keep following. So once I set up that area where the back is going to be, then I'm going to place the bag there for like 10 minutes. The reason for which I place the bag there for 10 minutes is for the bag to understand that that place is his area. He got to take ownership of that area, okay? Because if you don't take ownership of that area, when you put the female rabbit there, she too will be fighting to take ownership of that area. And at the end of the day, if you don't take time, the rabbit might even just lie down near one another, and they will not have anything in a relationship once you are there. Because why? You did not observe their characteristics, how they work. And now this is it. When you place the male rabbit there, giving it 10 minutes, do not place feed there. This is why the rabbit should be energized before taking a barricade in the bars or the area that you have settled for them to meet on the ground. Now this is how it works. The female rabbit to have eaten enough feed, and probably you are now prepared to cross her to the back. Now what you're going to do is now, during the 10 minutes, you will notice that that rabbit, the male rabbit, will be rubbing this area all over in a new area you have placed it. That is, yeah. So when it start to do all those things, even the water pen you will have there, and you will see it scraping your mouth all on it, it's trying to take ownership, and you will see it start to pee. Somebody once called me and said, look, they are very quick to shoot their pee out. Once the rabbit is doing that, then the rabbit is excited. It loves that environment, or it loves you. That act of flashing the pee, that's an act of excitement for rabbit. So after doing that, then you will see it will lay down. After 10 minutes, after taking ownership of that place, it will lay down by itself. Now, what you're going to do is this. You're going to get the female rabbit, which is the doe, from her hatch. That is in the cage you keeping her, and then you bring her, she alone. Do not bring two female rabbit to the male rabbit at once for relationship. Then you miss the process of crossing. Okay, there were some people even found high risks, because when you have two female on the male rabbit, the two female gonna fight for the man. It's normal. Even in our setting, it's normal. So you carry one female rabbit to the male rabbit at his hatch, where it's prepared on the ground, and then no food is there. The reason why you are now putting food there, male rabbit can eat a lot. Male rabbit really love food. So although female rabbit can eat as well, but male rabbit eat as much, as per my experience, male rabbit eat than the female rabbits, as per my experience on my farm. Okay, so when you get food there, the man will be after food, and when you put the woman there, he will not even have time to go beyond the woman, because he will be saying in your heart that I need to eat enough and get filled before this girl come and eat all my food. That's how they behave. They are just something that when you are into them, you got to have your notepad and your pen busy, because you need to be studying the characteristics. Okay, it don't have to be exactly the kind of things your bunny will do, but at per my experience is what I'm telling you. And before we move forward, please, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe to our channel. We are doing all of this because we believe that you want to get into the process too, and we must be able to tell you how it works. And that's why you should subscribe to our channel. You should also like it. You can also share our video in other social media platforms. That can really make me happy to create more videos. Now let's get into it. When you place the female rabbit in the male rabbit hatch, now you're going to notice that with no delay, no food is there for the man to be busy after, or for the woman to be busy after. Water, in fact, is limited. Maybe only the water pen is there, no water. So what next to do? Now you will see sometimes some female rabbit can be resisting the male rabbit because they don't want to have relationship, intercourse. So those kind of female rabbit, you need to have a kind of bunnies that is very forceful. Yeah. So what you're going to do is that you're going to, once you place the female rabbit, and then you're going to see the male will start to come for relationship, and that's the time they will start to run around. They will run around. When the female get tired, she will bend down. Then the guy will climb over her, start to swing all over her. During that time, sometimes you can even assist the guy, because while he's eager now to start to do his job, but then she don't want to give him. So what you're going to do is to put your hand on her and lift her butt up, and then the man is going to use the rabbit style. You're going to use the rabbit style to go off with her. And once you do it 1, 2, 3, 4, then you should know that you have already getting 4 rabbit kids. For each time the rabbit hit, that's a kid. For each time the rabbit hit, that's a kid. So sometimes you got to live there and observe that period, and then you be sure that the rabbit went along with the female rabbit. That is, the male rabbit had relationship with the female rabbit, because that is your profit line. Honestly, that is your profit line. So guys, if you are watching this video and you are confused about anything, you don't understand about rabbit farming, you can just leave your comment in the comment section and I'll respond to them. If you even have any idea about the topic under discussion currently, you can also leave your comment in the comment section, and I will also share it with other people in the comment section, because people are truly visiting and people are even contacting me by phone and by WhatsApp, by email, and they are saying, look, we are following you and we are applying and we are getting result, and we even need you to supply us rabbits for us to start the process. And this is what make me to feel so happy about what I do, because at least people are trying to like catch a vision, and they are trying to, instead of just being one place wondering on what to do, they are trying to make use of their time. And this is what make me so happy, and that's why I'm creating more video like this. And this is one of the area that your profit lies. This is one of the areas that your profit lies. If you don't understand the crossing of the rabbit, you will be feeding the rabbit for a very long time, and you will not be getting the amount of kits you're supposed to get. So the process of you buying the rabbit is for farming. Once it is for farming, then you should know that your prime focus should be on breeding kits. So now that you have succeeded in that part, another part is coming. That is the observation period. When you live right there and the male hit for 2, 3, 4 times, now you already certified that you got your 4 rabbit kits swinging around in that female rabbit bed already, because for each hit that's a kit. Then the next thing you're going to do, you're going to leave her there to spend the night with the man. She shouldn't be in a hurry to say, oh look, I want to go back. She's not going to cook for her mom. She's not going to do any chores. She's just going back to her cage. So for the benefit of the doubt, you keep her around the back for the night. You observe how it's going to be like. Will they fight or will they go along? But normally, a male rabbit and a female rabbit is very hard for them to fight. When you see them fighting, then the male rabbit want to have relationship. And this is the reason why you got to be very careful the time in which you keep the female rabbit when she's pregnant around the back, because there where abortion take place. Yeah, I got something like that on one of my videos. Abortion take place because why? The male will still want to have his will, and she will not want to do it. And during that period of fight, sometimes you will have miscarriage. Okay, the pet is beautiful, the pet is adorable, but the pet also has some challenges when it comes to pressure. It don't like pressure. So when it spend the night and you notice that they did pretty well during that period, you got to also pay a visit to your rabbit hatch in the night. If you're a person that does not visit your rabbit hatch in the night, it's horrible. You need to visit your rabbit hatch in the night before daybreak, because at times maybe something like predators or let's just say fighting, they could be fighting, then you could go and see that they are fighting, then you will say no, you could take the one they are fighting and you could separate them, and then you go back to bed. Because this is what rabbit do. When a 2 rabbit fight, is to the death. One must die or 2 of them must die. That's how rabbit behave. Most especially when 2 male rabbit fighting or 2 female rabbit fighting, it can be so terrible and horrible. So when you are even pairing a rabbit for the first time like that, you got to observe what their relationship will be there with one another, if they can really get along. Okay, so after doing that, when it sleep for the first night, then you observe that when you came there, you see the woman is okay, the male is okay, then you say okay, but then the guys are getting along. Then you leave her there for like 5 days, almost a week. After that, you take her from there and you put her back in her cage. Now you are convinced that the rabbit already is pregnant, because you are even present when the rabbit hit for good 4 times or 3 times. So the rest of the time you were not there, they were also hitting. So sometimes you'll be surprised when your rabbit giving birth, the rabbit will give birth to like 8 kids, 12 kids, 14 kids. So wow, pretty babies, eh? Yeah, because what? The guy can really work. This is why when you are getting rabbit, you need to always pray to have a male rabbit that can really work. Although they have some male rabbits that are also afraid of a female rabbit. Yeah. So guys, this is how you cross the female rabbit to the male rabbit.